Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video I am going to read fan theories concerning Cure Earth. I'm going through some comments that were done in the two videos I did about her, and obviously if you don't want to see her design, if you don't want to know anything about Cure Earth, please don't watch this video because it's going to be full of spoilers for people that don't want to know her and that don't want to see her design or anything like that. The thing is, I have gathered comments that were left in my two Cure Earth videos, and they were all done by fans, and they were all done by people like me, people like you. Obviously, nothing here is official. Those are all ideas that come out of our minds, and we want to talk. Before I start reading, I just want to say that, well, now it's time for us to take a step back because Healing with PreCure is on hiatus. We are not going to have new episodes for a while. We don't know when the production will get back and the episodes will get airing again. We also don't know how this will affect the fourth Cure, her release, all of the calendar concerning her. Like usually when this happens, there's a lot of toy merchandise being released and everything with the fourth Cure, and we don't know how things are gonna play with Cure Earth in Healing with PreCure. Are the episodes going to be postponed? Are we going to have like 2 episodes in a week? We don't know anything. So let's just hope that the staff that works on PreCure, that brings this show full of love to us, stay safe, stay healthy, for them to get back to work when it's safe for them to do, and keep bringing lots of smiles to us PreCure fans. Now let's start with the theories. I have chosen this one to start because there's like a warning at the start, which is pretty nice, and it was done by Beth F. And she said, before I start with my theory, is there any way you could say this in your video? Can those drawing fan art of Cure Earth put a spoiler warning when posting it on Twitter, Tumblr, etc.? This is very important. There are people that don't want to see Cure Earth for now. So please, when you do post a fan art or even a picture of her, tag that with spoilers. There are no spoiler tags on Twitter, for example, but there are on other places like Discord or Tumblr. You can tag your posts, and like if you can at least use the tag spoiler or the tag Cure Earth or maybe the tag PreCure, because people that don't want to see her can mute those tags and not see what other people are seeing about her. There are people that want to be surprised when the time comes, and we should respect that because this is not an official review. This is a leak. And I love leaks, so I don't care about that, but there are people that don't like it, and they're in their rights, so let's try not to spoil their experience. But now let's go back to Beth's theory. She said, I think the original Cure Earth is the statue we see in the opening, some few episodes, and I think Cure Earth is dead. Not yet, anyway. I imagine she's going to awaken in around episode 20, but will still be very weak. So before she gets defeated for real, she manages to help defeat the enemy the Cures are having issues with, and then passes her powers onto a new girl without telling anyone, and then dies. Leads me on to Asumi. I'm predicting Asumi is sick, stuck in the hospital. We meet her in episode 17 maybe, when she acts more or less like a side character. Doesn't give off main character vibes anyway. I'm thinking she'd have the same sickness Nodoka had as a child, so we'd get connection between Asumi and Nodoka and learn more about Nodoka while we're there. Back to episode 21, Asumi is the girl who got Earth's power, and when the Cures are having a hard time protecting Asumi's hospital, Asumi limps over to sick Latte, begging for a way to save the Earth. She and Latte will bond in that moment, reawakening the powers Asumi was given last episode. Boom, she's Cure Earth and manages to save the day. I guess if she has a sickness, it is from there that either she manages to recover and live a normal life, or she's going to be our first Cure who doesn't exactly leave the hospital often. I love this theory. This is really, really like next level theory. I absolutely love it. If we have something like that, I would love to see. I think that like Cure Earth dying and passing her powers onto someone else is going to be very dramatic, something that Healing Good isn't really being, but like anything can happen, and I really hope that we have something grand and big like this. Next theory was done by Metamorphosis. Let's see. She is the statue, literally. Cure Grace will use an attack called Healing Time Liberation around episode 22 to liberate her. King Byogen will be revived and will attack the Healing Guardian, and the girls won't be able to defeat him or fight against him. For fighting against him, they will have to restore Cure Earth, the Cure from the past who fought against King Byogen. Latte will be her partner. In the past, it was Teatunu. They will fight against Byogen to protect the Healing Garden. The fight will be a draw, and Byogen will retreat. After that, Asumi will have to adapt to present human world and join the group. I also think at first she will feel guilty for not being able to defeat King Byogen in the past, kind of like Moonlight, who felt bad for not being able to protect the Heart Tree. This is also a great theory done by Metamorphosis. I love this. And the name of the attack, the Cure Grace's attack, Healing Time Liberation, that's a great name. I love that as well. Next theory done by Lyris. Am I reading your name right? Probably not, I'm sorry. My theory is that she's going to have a similar story to Cure Moonlight. Again, another reference to our great Cure Moonlight from Heartcatch. As in, she tried to fight as a lone Cure, but lost her powers and was frozen. In the first episode, there's a villain that mentions his surprise singing that another Cure rose, meaning that there used to be another Cure trying to save the Healing Garden. If it will be the case, it's definitely going to ensue a very interesting group dynamic. If Asumi genuinely was frozen in time for so many years, it's going to be fun to see her being able to enjoy living again, and also see her discovering the human world, or if she was already human, to see her discover how much life changed and technology developed. I'm looking forward to her review. Design-wise, I really love her Cure form. She looks very poised and distinguished. Her color scheme is oddly soothing with pastel tones, which overall ties great into the show's mood. Well, I agree with you. I love her design so much, and I also love this idea. You know, I haven't thought of that, like her being frozen in time and coming back, living in another day, another time. That would be amazing. Now another theory done by Rosie. Asumi, aka Cure Earth, looks so pretty and amazing. I'm looking forward to hear more info about her. I'm going with she gains the statue's power, and in the battle to her debut, she knows she wants to help the girls protect the Earth and Latte, so the statue glows a bright light to signify the power is going to Asumi. Well, that's a very simple and, straightforward theory. I like this idea as well. I really, my ideas are more or less the same. I think that Asumi will inherit the statue's power in a way. Geg Bambao, this is another name I cannot read. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry again. But this person has a nice image of Honeycat in their profile. I miss Aikatsu, actually. I need to get back to it. I need to get back to Aikatsu. Maybe it's time to watch On Parade finally. Let's see. Anyways, this person gives a possibility chart, which is very nice. Let me take the volume off the computer, which says she is the statue in the opening, frozen in time in order to preserve her power and prepare for future battle. Another one, a reincarnation of a previous Cure. Another one, an aged down of Teatsine's partner. Another one, Queen Teatsine becoming human in order to actively protect the realms and Latte. And another one related to the statue lady. Lots of ideas. I think you might be right in some. Let's see, this one was done by Last Trainer Bell. Her name is not appearing here because it was a big theory and I had to cut some parts to fit into an image. Sorry about that. The statue is her mother, and that she is the oldest child of the statue. She has been raised by either her grandparents or other relatives in the neighborhood of our Cures. Asumi is a hardworking student, keeping up with her studies while being the one to be around her younger siblings since their relative or grandparents have some small health issues. So Asumi has to do some of the household chores to help around the house. When she or her younger sibling would probably be saved by the Cures, Latte or the healing animals would see some similar features in Asumi from the statue in Healing Garden. The next day, the Cures and their animals plus Latte would talk about Asumi in the similar features she has to the statue, while wondering if they could go to the Healing Garden to see the statue for themselves. In some odd process, Asumi gets dragged along, probably by stumbling upon mid-transport. They all get to the Healing Garden safe and sound, but it's surprised by their passenger they brought along. Teatsine would see the same similar features on Asumi to the statue. Daruizen or King Byogen gets there to finally put an end to the Healing Garden and put an end to the Cures. Seeing how everything unfolds in front of Asumi, she can't help but want to help the Cures as an attack comes flying in the direction of Latte and Teatsine. Asumi jumps into the attack, wanting to shield them from the incoming attack, fearing that she might meet her end from the attack. The statue, her mother, as well as the bond Teatsine has with the statue, resonates, granting her and Latte the same power as they had prior to the season's start. This will lead into the next episode, where we get a small replay of the last few minutes from the previous episode, starting us off with Asumi and Latte's transformation. And now with a full team of 4, they are able to stop or halter them for a while longer, as they not only have to find a way to save the Healing Garden, but also a way to unstone Asumi's mother, the statue. Mothers passing the powers down to their daughters, like how Mother Nature passes down something to us. What a great theory. I absolutely love it. You know, one thing I love about those theories is that you guys like really think of scenarios and how things are going to happen. You know, not only create a background story, but how things are going to develop. You know, this is really nice. I love this. I like how it's gonna happen in the actual episode. This is so full of details. You guys are great writers and great thinkers. I absolutely love it. Rick Famater said, maybe Asmi might appear as an idol, then a thief like Uni did, and be a thief of the healing garden and steal spirits element. Or like maybe she could be from the healing garden and was Latte's best friend since she was younger. Or maybe she could be a thief and steal the element spirits that are trapped inside of the Mega Byogans. Then she could sing a song related to Cosmic Mystery Girl as an idol. She could appear in episode 15. Maybe the Curious will get a new bottle from the second set of element bottles, like in Star Twinkle. They got a pen from the set 2 in episode 15, which was Sagittarius. Girl, like this idea is really crazy. It brings lots of things together. Like she might appear as an idol, Lulu and Emiru. She might appear as a thief, like Uni. She might be Latte's best friend, Satan, or Eden from Sweet PreCure. Like so many ideas coming from so many different seasons. This is the craziest theory we have, for sure, and I absolutely love it. Like this is so out there. I love this so much. Just imagine she was a thief. She would steal things. She would steal the elements. That's the best idea ever. She would steal the elements and then she would sing a song, and then I don't even know. Like this is amazing. I love this so much. Another one now by Marcus Mosley said, one of my theories is that Asmi might be a character that will live with Nodoka and her family. Since Latte is going to be her companion, it would make sense to put her in a situation so she can stay near Latte and not take her away from Nodoka's home. True. When it comes to her becoming a cure, she could either be the reincarnated form of the goddess character that Queen Teatino is talking to, or she's just given the powers by the goddess herself, similar to what happened with Emiru and Dudu back in Hug to PreCure. Nice ideas. Magical Industries said, my theory is that Asmi is probably an albino, a person who has the albinism disease. In appearance, albinos have whitish hair, whitish skin, and purplish eyes due to lack of melanin in them. And looking at Asumi's face, she clearly has the appearance that resembles an albino. Well, I can say that she looks like she is very, she has a whiter skin than the other three, but the images that we have are very low quality, so we can't really say for sure, but that's actually what it seems like. So you have a point. Heather the John, I just love this name. This name's so beautiful. Oh my god. And the best Eevee evolution, Leafeon, the queen. Heather said, warning, pretty long. My theory is that she's a reincarnation of the mysterious statue. It was possibly a past cure that was partnered with Atinu. Meaning that her partnership is connected to Latte's family bloodline and why she's her partner in the first place. One thing that made me wonder is when will the current Curious learn about the statue? My guess is that even though they've won battles, their energy starts to downgrade, will get more hurt, and start to realize the Byogans are getting stronger. If I remember, I made a theory on the Byogans' new animal-like generals. This is probably where Teatino will find a way to speak with Latte in her dreams, soul heart. Then Latte would start barking to get the Cure's attention and use a stethoscope to speak to Latte to know the message, which is to revive the statue by finding her element and ask them for their bottles. That's where they will learn about the statue. You might be thinking why Teatino wouldn't invite them to the Healing Garden. Keep in mind, Healing Garden is still heavily infected and Teatino has to look after it, so she can't risk the Cures getting infected as well, nor can she leave the garden unattended. Once they collect Cure Earth's element bottles, wind, air, and sound, the Cures will be stuck on how to revive her. Then the Byogans start to attack, but much stronger and powerful. The Cures will be in danger, and one by one, they will call Cure Earth's aid with their emotions, and that's when she will appear. A young but seemingly older girl with glowing light slowly walks up to Latte. I can also imagine that when Cure Earth is around Latte, she won't feel sick once a Byogan is summoned, and asks her to transform. That's basically my theory on her debut. Love this theory as well, like full of details again, and I also love the idea that the girls will have to go on a quest to revive the statue. That's very RPG-like, and I love that. I love this kind of thing. As for personality and relationship, I imagine she will act more serious and responsible, but graceful and well-mannered at the same time. However, because she's not from modern time and from the past, possibly was a cure more so than a normal human, she will have trouble understanding what's around her, plus believes the cures are slacking off when the Byogans are out there planning their next move. That's when the cures will teach her their cute culture, places and people they know, and know that it's okay to relax sometimes and understand the emotional connections outside of a cure. So yeah, their relationship is basically middle school girls teaching a reincarnation of a possible past deity that has now come to Earth. I love this. Lastly, just take this with a grain of salt or don't take this too seriously. I just took the time to theorize a crazy story that I know majority of it won't come true. That's honestly the best part about theories. Yes, I agree. I love theorizing as well. I love creating those scenarios. They might not happen, but it's fun to do. Silvernut said, her design reminds me a lot of Cure Amour's cheerful style, and I love the little twist with the heart tiara being divided into 2 hearts. In terms of theories, I have a feeling Cure Earth will awaken kind of like how Lumiere did near the end of Kira Kira, like the spirit coming into battle. But there will be a Cure Ace twist to it, with her being reincarnated or getting a physical body. I'd love her to be a normal human, but her appearance is too similar to the statue for her to be someone else or a descendant from the Cure. As for the toys, I hope her weapon will be a lyre. Liri, I don't know how to say that, but I love that. I love that musical instrument. It's beautiful. Thought they'd probably call it Healing Harp for the sake of simplicity, like how they did with the Passion Harp. I think it would really fit her serene appearance along with its mythological symbolism. I don't think it's too far-fetched to think her attack will be something like Healing Tornado or Healing Malady. So I wonder how it will be executed compared to the others who had their healing stick instead. That's a very interesting thing. Like, I really want to see her weapon. I really want to see how she's performing her attacks. I'm very curious to see that. Trips said, I don't have many theories really, though I do agree that it would be amazing if she was somehow the descendant of the original Cure. Mainly, I just want her outfit to have the slit down the sides like Yachio Nanami's with white pants underneath, but I doubt that will happen. On the flip side though, Asumi seems to be dressed very elegantly. Like you said, her casual outfit stands out a lot from the other 3 girls, so I'm curious if somehow she belongs to a family that's dedicated itself to working alongside the Healing Garden. Since Latte is taking over her mom's spot, it would be an interesting parallel. That's a nice idea, you know, having a family working together with a Healing Garden. But what I said about her visual part was like her Cure portion, because what we see in her civilian form, the costume we see in her civilian form, isn't the costume that she's actually going to wear in the season itself. It's just a costume that you can play around in that toy. Like, you can change her costume, you can change the costumes of the characters. That doesn't necessarily mean that is something that they're gonna use or that that's something that's related to their characters, you know what I mean? Lisa! I think that Asumi would be that queen dog, because some of her dress parts looks like her. That statue would give her power to transform into Asumi, and the statue would say, for example, when Cures are having the hardest battle, go and save Latte and the Cures. I give you the last power of mine. I'm thinking that the Cure Queen Dog would be the first adult Cure, the first Cure who is queen. I feel that Cure Earth has something to do with the dog queen, that I don't remember her name. Teatinu is a great character. I would love for Asumi to actually be Teatinu, you know? That would be so crazy and so far-fetched. Anyways, guys, those are some of the theories concerning Cure Earth. You can obviously join in the fun and leave a comment with yours. Let's keep talking, let's keep theorizing, let's keep thinking, let's keep loving PreCure, let's keep making ourselves stronger in this hard time. Those are not easy times for any of us, but we're here in this together. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.